If Lucifer Morningstar looked into your eyes and asked what do you truly desire, what would you say? Financial stability. Yeah. For me it's either that or a good stable relationship. They are my two biggest issues right now, and my life would improve dramatically with either of them fulfilled. I have the financial stability part down pat. At least for now. I just don't have anyone who loves me. I don't even care if she's pretty or not. Just so long as she loves me for me. To finish taking a shit in peace. Please get out of my bathroom before I call the police. This made me laugh. That's what he said too. Please tell me, cause even I don't ducking know. You same. Who the duck are you? Q3 episodes of Lucy frantically running around figuring out why his mojo has stopped working again. I love Lucy, but Chloe must be so ducking exhausted from having to deal with his crisis LMAO. A peaceful ass life with a cute cottage in the woods, a rewarding job, and my husband and friends all around. I just want a peaceful comfy life. This would be my answer as well. Minus the cottage. I don't like gardening. But a normal, quiet life without sudden crisis would be lovely. What if your partner likes gardening? Honestly, the first thing I always want is to not have my bipolar disorder anymore. It's the most horrible thing and there will never be getting rid of it. If not that, I would wish to win just enough money in the lottery to get a little cabin in the woods on a river and to have my bills paid off. To be able to live my life in peace. Yes, I'm lame lol. You're not lame to wish for peace. Honestly, this is a big reason why I decided to not have kids. Because my dad was the worst case they'd ever seen of bipolar schizoaffective, and I would be terrified of passing it on because of how much his quality of life sucked. To take a real chance of putting that on an innocent human who didn't ask for it? No thanks. So many people wanted to argue that chances aren't definite, and I'd know what to look out for. Duck that. Your comment is exactly what I didn't want to be responsible for, forcing someone to make it through a life that's tough without mental issues. I can't have kids and I'm glad I didn't. My great grandfather, grandmother, mom and I all have / had it. It's hereditary, some worse than others. Luckily my brother doesn't seem to have any issues, but I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. It's draining, humiliating, heart-wrenching torture on a daily basis. I function well. Work, relationship, etc. But it takes a lot of work. A lot. It's horrible and it breaks my heart that people have it worse than me. Serotonin. I too crave chemicals. Trifidi. My own personal pocket dimension that I can enter and exit as I please. I could also bring others with me. Within this dimension is a library of all knowledge. Every time something is discovered, a new book would appear. I access the dimension by a Doctor Strange style portal. Hermias Mora has entered the chat. Well. Why if it isn't good old Herma Mora? Is it pronounced God or Jod? The show had God Johnson. Presumably pronounced Jod Gonson. But he wasn't hucking ousted. You. Hello there. How am I to know that you aren't Michael? I'd like a little happiness. Please. Doesn't have to be all day every day, just enough to make it worth it. Things will turn around for the better. I want to duck Chloe. I'm torn between Chloe and Maz. Pork no los dos. I want to see my girlfriend. She lives in another country, but I can't visit her because of travel restrictions. Already got you a flight. Money. I respect that. IDK who Lucifer Morningstar is, but I desire for the first part of his surname to change from morning to porn. I mean, the guy gets naked at the drop of a hat, has hundreds of sexual partners of all genders, and holds frequent orgies. It'd be weird if he didn't have a whole bunch of sex tapes out there. He would insist that they should be leaked. Love and affection. I love you dude. THX. I meant like physically. Appreciate the electronic love though. Not to die of cancer / to give my husband a child. Money. A lot of it. Fuck whoever says it's not the key to happiness. They just haven't experienced enough. Fuck you. Money allows you to be your own person. Good or bad. Allows you time to do whatever you want. Want to travel? Want to open a library? Want to set up an orphanage? Want to do nothing but play video games all day? Money removes most roadblocks. Humans only desire that which they don't have. It's an evolutionary trait that advances the species and has built all civilization. A consequence of it is you never get lasting happiness from material possessions. The moment you gain $1 million is the moment that no longer will bring happiness. Because you are wired to only desire what you don't already have. If money bought happiness, then rich people wouldn't be suffering from depression at the same rate the rest of us are. Pick any genre of celebrity, and there will be famous people who committed suicide. Obviously their wealth and success didn't stop them from being so miserable they literally killed themselves. Money won't solve people's mental issues, but can help by removing anxiety for things like food, healthcare, future, kids, etc. There are plenty of happy rich people, and plenty of unhappy ones too. Universal basic income is part of this idea. If you have your necessities taken care of, what would you spend your time on? But if someone wants to give me a few $1 million or more to see if that doesn't buy me happiness, DM to test out this hypothesis. I guess a job that I enjoy doing and make just enough money to live comfortably. I don't want to be rich, but it sure would be nice not to stress out over going out to eat or only planning to see a movie in theaters twice a year. Maybe enough money to buy more than one kind of cheese. That'd be nice too. Enough money to buy more than one kind of cheese. Steady on there. Lol. What I want is what he can't give. To change some things from my past without having effect on the now. Sorry dude. To be at peace and no longer sad and alone. You're never alone. Bro hug. A television show that follows the Lucifer comics and not this inane crap that I can't stop watching for some reason. I had that attitude throughout the first season. Then I managed to just accept the show for the beautiful dumb mess that it is. And I've been much happier as a result. Although I did feel a slight twinge over what they did with Lilith. I've watched all of it. I kind of enjoy it for what it is. But it's frustrating to watch the show just walk all over the comics. A mute button. Like behind my ear. The ability to sleep uninterrupted for 8 hours whenever I want. Right now, probably an egg sandwich. Want any sauce? My cat back. To be worthy of love. You are king. Wholesome Lucifer is all over this thread. 4 more seasons. A functioning government that puts the people's needs before corporations. Nothing you could give, and even if you could I wouldn't trust it. I take that personally. Good. Universal basic income. No idea if it would actually work on a large scale, but I believe that I would personally put it to good use. I like this idea. COVID has shown me how close we all are to the precipice, and how many of us hate our occupations or the people that work there. I understand that some people might use this and be lazy, but I also see that there are others who would use the time to find something worthwhile to pursue to help people. And with automation taking so many jobs, clean the planet from people who don't appreciate it, neglect environmental changes, put money and material belongings above the life of others, and torture for fun. You realize that this might include yourself or close family? Something absolute win. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.